remember those who would have been loving fathers and mothers. We remember those who would have served God as priests and religious. We remember those who might have been scientists discovering a cure for cancer. We remember those who would have been journalists and authors. We remember those who would have worked among the poor.
Melissa? Sermon. I've heard of that name before. Melissa Sermon will lead us in the Intercessions for Life.
For every child who lives in the womb, that God might send an angel to guard and protect the innocent and defenseless. Lord, hear our prayer. For all who are forgotten, especially for people who are poor, who are sick, and the frail elderly, that God might change our hearts and move us to love them as the image of Christ. Lord, hear our prayer. For all parents who struggle alone to raise their children, that God will give them the strength of the children of God in support of His holy church. Lord, hear our prayer. For those condemned to die, and especially for men and women on death row, that we might see the dignity of Christ in them. Lord, hear our prayer. For our nation, that the values of life and liberty may truly be our watchwords. Lord, hear our prayer. For all who work for life, and especially those who pray at abortion mills, that God might reward them for their prayers. Lord, hear our prayer. For those who lost their lives through acts of terrorism, and for the healing of all nations. Lord, hear our prayer.
Thank you, Melissa. Our bishop will lead us in the next song.
Immaculate Mary, your praises we sing. You reign now in heaven with Jesus our King. Ave, Ave, Ave Maria. Ave, Ave Maria. In heaven the blessed, your glory proclaim. On earth we, your children, invoke your fair name. Ave, Ave, Ave Maria. Ave, Ave Maria. We pray for our mother, the Church upon earth, and bless Holy Mary, the land of our birth. Ave, Ave, Ave Maria. Ave, Ave Maria.
In closing, I just want to point out at the last page of your booklet, there's a pledge form for the marathon that I will be running a week from tomorrow in South Dakota, God willing. It's called the Crazy Horse Marathon. be a little crazy running it, but Crazy Horse Marathon is at the Crazy Horse Monument, and I'll be running with a group called the Life Runners. And this is a group that started just a few years ago. This is the third marathon I'll be running with them. Last year we were in St. Louis, and the year before that in Kansas City. We get life runners who are committed to the pro-life cause, who come out and from all over the country and indeed from some other countries to join us and to pray for an end to abortion, also to raise funds for various pro-life causes. And so on the form there are different possibilities for people to pledge their support. We are raising money for the mobile food pantry for Catholic Charities. We have mobile food pantries now in Effingham and in the Madison County areas, and we hope to be able to expand those services. The second box is for pro-life causes, and we're asking for donations to help provide sponsorships to provide financial support for young people who wish to attend the March for Life next January in Washington, D.C. So financial support will help those who maybe otherwise couldn't afford to go on that trip. And then finally for vocations, we have 20 seminarians now studying to be priests with the Diocese of Springfield in Illinois, and so we also look for help for them.